All right, so get this. We're diving deep today into the world of supplements. You know it, right?
Yeah.
So you've been doing some research,
Hmm.
trying to find the absolute best options out there for
Okay.
gut health,
Sure.
managing diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even giving that fat burning a boost.
Uh-huh.
And you want to do it all without spending a fortune.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah, sounds like a plan I can definitely get behind.
For sure.
So to help us out, you've shared excerpts from an interview with Alex Yanez.
Okay.
He's a Spanish supplementation expert, and
Okay.
also from his book
Okay.
called The 100 Best Supplements and Foods That Will Change Your Life.
That's a big promise.
Big promise, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that really stood out to me from what you shared
Okay.
was how Alex focuses on specific patents.
I love that about his approach.
Okay.
It cuts through so much of the noise
Yeah.
in the supplement market.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting bogged down by all the different brands.
Totally. And we'll definitely
Yeah,
unpack that approach
absolutely.
a little bit later in this deep dive because I think it's a real game changer
It really is.
for making those smarter supplement choices.
Totally.
But first, let's talk about something that really caught my eye.
Okay.
In your research, it's Alex's list of what he calls medicinal foods.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So we're talking everyday things that you probably already have in your kitchen,
Right.
like olive oil,
Okay.
garlic,
Mhm.
cacao,
Yeah.
cinnamon,
Sure.
coconut turmeric,
Uh-huh.
stevia eggs, ginger, and reishi mushrooms.
Wow, that's quite a list.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's really incredible how many of these things
Yeah.
just pack a nutritional punch,
Totally.
almost like supplements themselves.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
You know, we really might be supplementing without realizing it.
Right?
And I think that's what's so great about Alex's approach.
Yeah.
He's emphasizing that it's really the consistency,
Yeah.
the regular incorporation of these things into your diet
Yes.
that can really move the needle.
And it's not overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I already have olive oil. I
Exactly.
already have garlic. It's
Yeah.
just about using them.
It's about how you use them and how often.
And how often. Okay, so take olive oil, for example.
Yeah.
He recommends 20 to 40 milliliters daily.
Okay.
And there's actually research to back up the benefits of doing that.
And there are different benefits, too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. For olive oil.
Yeah, like for brain health,
Right.
cardiovascular health,
Yeah.
even reducing the risk of certain types of cancer.
Wow. Okay. So I'm thinking 20 to 40 milliliters. That's basically like a generous drizzle on your salad,
That's it.
right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
a good swirl in your pan for cooking.
Exactly.
Easy enough.
Easy peasy.
Okay.
But here's where it gets a little bit tricky.
When you're talking about olive oil, you're talking about extra virgin olive oil
Okay.
because the refining process
Uh-huh.
that creates some of the other types of olive oil actually strips away many of the beneficial components.
Oh, wow. So it really matters what kind of olive oil you're using.
It does. It's all about that virgin label.
Virgin. Okay. All right. I note to self-check those olive oil labels.
Yes, exactly.
Now let's talk about turmeric.
Okay.
One of your questions was whether getting turmeric through food can be as effective as taking supplements.
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
And that's where things get interesting.
Okay.
Because turmeric on its own
Yeah.
isn't absorbed very well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Alex kind of uses this analogy of a VIP who needs a good escort
Okay.
to get past the body's bouncers.
I like that.
So to really get the benefits of turmeric, you want to pair it with certain things.
Okay.
He suggests pairing it with black pepper,
Okay.
cayenne, or fats like
Oh.
yogurt or oil.
So a turmeric latte with a dash of black pepper could be a power move.
Exactly, you got it.
Okay.
But if you want to take absorption to the max,
Okay.
Alex says certain turmeric capsules can actually boost the absorption rate to 99%.
99%.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I'm a little skeptical.
I hear you. 99 does seem
Yeah.
pretty high. What's the science behind that?
Well, it all comes down to a compound called piperine.
Okay.
And you find that in black pepper.
Okay.
And piperine inhibits an enzyme
Uh-huh.
that normally breaks down curcumin,
Okay.
which is the active component of
Mhm.
turmeric.
Okay.
This allows more curcumin to enter your bloodstream
Okay.
and actually exert its beneficial effects.
Wow. So it's not even just about eating them together. There's
Right.
like
Yeah.
an actual chemical interaction happening.
There is, and that's the fascinating thing about
That's so cool.
how food interacts in our bodies.
Right.
And this brings us to another fascinating compound
Okay.
that Alex mentions.
Mm-hmm. Taurine.
Okay.
You familiar with taurine?
I've heard of it. I don't know
Sounds
that
not.
much about it.
So he describes it as a way to supercharge the absorption
Okay.
of other
So like
substances.
an express lane for your supplements.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
Taurine is an amino acid,
Okay.
and it's found naturally in our bodies,
Mm-hmm.
particularly in the nervous system.
Okay.
It plays a role in various functions, but in the context of supplements, it's been shown to enhance
Okay.
the effects of things like caffeine,
Oh, wow.
melatonin,
Interesting.
and you guessed it,
Turmeric.
turmeric.
Okay, so it's kind of like a
Right.
budget-friendly booster shot.
It is, and often costs as little as €3.
Wow. Okay,
Mhm.
taurine is officially going on my shopping list.
Awesome.
But let's shift gears now
Okay.
to your interest in gut health,
Right.
specifically tackling inflammation.
Sure.
And you know what's interesting?
Oh, what's that?
Taurine plays a crucial role there, too.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So low taurine levels have actually been linked to inflammation in the gut.
So maintaining healthy levels could be a good preventative measure.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
I'm seeing a theme here, taurine the multitasker.
Right.
Okay, no. Alex also recommends glucosamine for gut inflammation.
Uh-huh.
But I distinctly remember reading about sulfur-containing foods
Yes.
being problematic for some people.
Right.
And glucosamine is a sulfur compound, right?
It is, you're right.
So is that a concern here?
That's a very astute observation, and it's true. Some sulfur-containing compounds in food can be inflammatory
Okay.
because of things like omega-6 fatty acids
Right.
and anti-nutrients.
Uh-huh.
However,
Okay.
glucosamine in supplement form works a little differently.
Okay.
The dosage is much lower than what you'd find in
Okay.
those high-sulfur foods.
Got it.
So it's not really comparable.
Okay. Good to know. That makes me feel better about
Yeah.
considering glucosamine.
Sure.
What surprised me, though, was
Right.
learning that it primarily acts on the gut, not directly on the joints.
I wouldn't have thought that.
I know.
Interesting.
So I always thought of glucosamine as like a joint supplement.
Right, me too.
But it's more about the gut.
So it seems counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
But think of it this way, by reducing inflammation in the gut.
Uh-huh.
Glucosamine has this positive ripple effect
Okay.
throughout the entire body.
So it's kind of like addressing the root cause rather than just managing the symptoms.
Exactly. It's like getting to the source.
Okay. So it's all about those healthy gut vibes.
You got it.
And to really boost those vibes,
Okay.
Alex suggests combining glucosamine with MSM and omega-3
Oh, wow.
for a triple anti-inflammatory punch.
That's a powerful combo.
Right.
Wow.
And speaking of feeling overwhelmed
Okay.
by all the choices out there,
Yeah.
this is where I think Alex's unique approach to choosing supplements comes in.
I agree.
Remember how he focuses on patents instead of brands?
Yes, this is brilliant.
Yeah, so I was really intrigued by that concept because I feel like I'm constantly bombarded with different supplement brands.
Oh, yeah.
Each claiming to be the best.
It's a jungle out there.
It really is.
Right.
So how is focusing on patents supposed to help?
So think of patents as like a secret decoder ring
Okay.
for supplement labels.
Uh-huh.
Instead of getting lost in the marketing hype,
Right.
you're zeroing in on the specific form
Mm-hmm.
and quality of the ingredients.
Yeah.
So you're kind of speaking the supplement industry's language.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
And, you actually shared an anecdote about comparing
Yeah.
alpha lipoic acid supplements
Mhm.
and finding a €30 price difference
I know.
for products with the exact same patent.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Yeah.
So that's some serious savings just for understanding patents.
It really is. It's about getting informed.
Okay, I'm officially on board the patent train.
All right, welcome aboard.
But before we get too deep into that,
Sure.
I have to ask about the supplements Alex doesn't recommend.
Ooh. Okay, the no-no list.
The avoid at all costs
Yeah.
supplements. So he has a whole section in his book about this,
Okay.
and some of his picks were pretty surprising.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, so let's start with what he calls
All right.
the king of bad supplements.
Okay.
Shark cartilage.
Shark cartilage.
Shark cartilage?
Why is that even a thing?
I know, right?
Like, who came up with that?
So it gained popularity years ago
Oh, really?
based on some pretty flimsy claims about its ability to fight cancer and joint pain.
Huh.
But the problem is
Yeah,
there's absolutely no scientific evidence
of course not.
to back it up,
Yeah.
and it's often incredibly expensive
What a ripoff.
and completely unnecessary.
Yeah, okay. Easy to cross that one off the list.
Yeah.
All right. What else is on there?
I was also surprised to see iron supplements on his avoid list.
Iron supplements. That's interesting.
I know. Why would he advise against those?
Yeah, why is that?
So it all comes down to absorption. Many iron supplements, and this also applies to magnesium,
Okay.
come in what are called oxide forms,
Yeah.
and our bodies just struggle to absorb.
So you might be taking iron, but you're not actually getting the benefit from it.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
So you're essentially flushing your money down the toilet.
Basically. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Okay, so what should we look for instead?
So always check for chelated forms of iron and magnesium.
Chelated.
These are much better absorbed
Got it.
and less likely to cause any kind of digestive upset.
Perfect. Okay,
Right.
no more shark cartilage and oxide iron for me.
Good choices.
What about collagen, though?
Collagen, okay.
It seems like everyone's jumping on the collagen bandwagon these days.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yes.
You know what you have to distinguish between marine collagen
Okay.
and animal collagen.
Right.
Marine collagen, unfortunately, has poor absorption.
So you're not really getting much benefit from it.
It's kind of a waste of money.
Mm-hmm.
Animal collagen, specifically from chicken sternum cartilage.
Okay.
That's the most effective form,
Got it.
but it can get pricey.
Okay, so is that why bone broth is making a comeback?
Got it.
Because it's a good source of animal collagen.
It's a natural and often more affordable way
Okay.
to get your collagen fix.
Right, speaking of collagen,
Yeah.
I've always wondered about those collagen-infused skincare creams.
Oh, yeah, those are everywhere, too.
Do they actually work?
They might help with hydration,
Okay.
but there's limited evidence to suggest they actually reduce wrinkles or improve skin elasticity.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Alex actually recommends a different approach altogether.
What's that?
Rosehip oil.
Rosehip oil.
Rosehip oil.
Isn't that a bit old school?
It might be, but it's actually backed by more evidence than those fancy collagen creams.
Really?
Yeah. Rosehip oil is known to promote cell regeneration and improve skin tone,
Okay.
so it can be a more effective and often a more affordable choice.
All right, I'm intrigued. Rosehip oil it is.
There you go.
Now let's talk about those cinnamon and green tea combos
Okay.
that Alex recommends for managing diabetes and promoting fat burning.
All right, sounds delicious.
So he suggests that cinnamon,
Hmm.
alpha-lipoic acid, turmeric, and chromium
Uh-huh.
all play a role in regulating blood sugar levels.
Interesting.
But when it comes to chromium,
Yeah.
he specifically recommends the trivalent form.
Trivalent. Got it.
Yeah, and it's the most bioavailable.
Okay.
And therefore the most effective.
Makes sense.
So a simple cup of green tea with a sprinkle of cinnamon
Yeah.
before a meal could be a better strategy than relying on those expensive carb-blocking supplements.
I like that approach.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's much more natural and enjoyable.
For sure.
Plus, both green tea and coffee are excellent fat burners.
Oh, yeah.
They're packed with antioxidants and help boost your metabolism.
I love those simple solutions.
Me too.
The things that you can easily incorporate into your day.
Exactly. And I love his travel kit suggestion. Packing turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon
Oh, nice.
to have natural remedies on hand
So smart.
for inflammation or digestive upset.
Like a little mini pharmacy in your suitcase.
Right.
That's a great idea.
Okay, so we've talked about the avoid supplements,
Uh-huh.
but you mentioned that the listener was also curious about supplements that deserve more research.
That's right. There are a lot of promising areas.
So what does Alex have to say about that?
Well, he points to two readily available spices,
Okay.
ginger and cinnamon.
Interesting.
Specifically, he believes there's a lot of untapped potential in using them to manage menstrual cramps.
That's interesting. I know ginger is often used for nausea,
Yeah.
but I've never heard of it
Yeah.
being used for menstrual cramps.
So it goes back to traditional Chinese medicine,
Okay.
where ginger has been used for centuries to address cold conditions in the body.
Uh-huh.
And menstrual cramps,
Yeah.
according to this tradition, are a form of cold
Oh, interesting.
that can be balanced with ginger's warming properties.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, ginger is a natural thermoregulator,
Okay.
meaning it helps regulate body temperature,
Gotcha.
which could explain its potential benefit for those experiencing menstrual cramps.
Wow, that's fascinating. It really makes you realize
Yeah.
that sometimes the most effective solutions
Right.
are right under our noses, literally in our spice rack.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about Alex's approach.
Mhm.
He's not pushing some fancy, expensive supplement.
Right.
He's saying, look at these things that you probably already have in your kitchen
Yeah.
and use them wisely.
So true. Speaking of promising research,
Okay.
what about glutathione?
Glutathione, yeah.
Seems like it's kind of the hot new kid on the block
It's definitely generating a lot of buzz.
in the supplement world.
Yeah, and for good reason. It's a really potent antioxidant.
Okay.
And emerging evidence suggests that its reduced form
Okay.
could be a game changer for liver health and detoxification.
Okay. So we've talked about milk thistle as a classic liver support.
Yeah.
How does glutathione compare?
Well, glutathione is definitely getting a lot of attention
Yeah.
for its potential, but it's often quite pricey
Genau.
compared to more traditional options like milk thistle.
So is it worth the extra cost?
That's a good question,
Yeah.
and it might depend on your individual needs and budget.
Mm-hmm.
Alex actually suggests a strategic approach, especially for those looking for long-term liver support.
What kind of strategic approach?
Instead of relying solely on glutathione, which, as we said, can get pricey,
Right.
he recommends combining it with other liver-supporting ingredients.
So like building a powerhouse team
Exactly.
of liver-loving ingredients.
Yes, and by doing that, you're targeting multiple pathways of liver detoxification.
Got it.
So it's a more well-rounded approach,
Okay.
and it can be more sustainable from a cost perspective.
That's a brilliant concept.
It is.
And that's just scratching the surface of what Alex covers in his book.
I know, right?
There's so much more we could dive into.
We could talk for hours.
We could talk about the different types of protein, stress management techniques,
Right.
and even sugar alternatives.
Right.
But I think we've covered a lot of really great ground
We have. This is a great start.
in this first part.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely be continuing this deep dive.
Ways.
But before we move on, I want to make sure we capture
Yes,
all the key takeaways from this first part because we did cover a lot.
we did. Let's recap.
Okay, so first up,
Okay.
medicinal foods, those everyday heroes in your kitchen that can provide
Great.
incredible health benefits.
Love it.
So remember to choose extra virgin olive oil for maximum benefits.
Yes, good reminder.
And pair your turmeric with black pepper cayenne or fats to boost that absorption.
Those little tweaks can make a big difference.
They really can.
Yeah.
And don't forget about taurine,
Oh, yeah, Corey.
this amino acid that's like a secret weapon
Uh-huh.
for enhancing the effects of your other supplements.
Love it.
Okay, we also talked about the importance of gut health,
Yes.
especially reducing inflammation,
So important.
and the role that taurine and glucosamine can play in that.
Powerful stuff.
And when it comes to choosing supplements,
Yeah.
remember Alex's patent-focused approach?
Oh, yes, that's a game changer.
It's like having a secret decoder ring
It is.
for those supplement labels,
Absolutely.
allowing you to cut through the marketing hype
Yes, get to the truth.
and focus on the quality of the ingredients.
Love that.
And don't waste your money on things like shark cartilage or
Right.
oxide forms of iron and magnesium.
Right.
Opt for chelated forms for better absorption.
Much better.
And for skincare, ditch the collagen creams
Okay.
and embrace the power of rosehip oil.
Rose hip oil it is.
It's more effective
Yeah.
and often more affordable.
And smells amazing.
Bonus.
Yeah.
And finally, don't underestimate the power of simple solutions
Yeah.
like cinnamon and green tea
Love those.
for managing diabetes and promoting fat burning.
Such simple things
Mm.
can make such a big difference.
You don't always need those expensive supplements. You don't.
To achieve your health goals,
It's about the fundamentals.
everyday choices can make a world of difference.
They really can.
All right, that's a wrap for part 1.
Great job.
But don't go anywhere because we're just getting started.
I'm ready for more.
In part 2, we'll delve even deeper into Alex's insights
Okay.
and uncover even more surprising facts
Okay.
about maximizing your health and well-being.
I can't wait.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of supplements. Last time we were really getting into like the nitty-gritty of those medicinal foods, absorption hacks,
Yes.
and Alex's fascinating patent-focused approach.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It is, and I'm eager to keep exploring, especially your questions about managing diabetes and boosting fat burning naturally.
Great.
And I think you'll appreciate Alex's perspective on this
Okay.
because he's all about finding those simple, effective solutions
Yeah.
that don't require
Great.
a ton of money
Sure.
or complicated routines.
Yeah. So remember so it's like giving your cells a helping hand
Exactly.
to use glucose effectively.
Yeah, and this can have a huge impact
Okay.
on blood sugar regulation
Right.
and insulin sensitivity,
Mm-hmm.
which is especially important for those with diabetes
Yeah.
or at risk of developing it.
Okay. Now you also had a question about
Okay.
chromium.
Good.
Specifically, which type is best for blood sugar control?
Right. There's so many different types.
I know I've heard so much about chromium,
Yeah.
but with all the different forms out there, it's hard to know which one to choose.
It really is. It can get confusing.
Yes.
So Alex specifically recommends
Okay.
opting for trivalent chromium.
Trivalent chromium.
This form is the most readily absorbed by your body,
Okay.
making it the most effective
Got it.
for managing blood sugar levels.
Okay. Trivalent chromium. Got it.
Yeah.
So what about those supplements that claim to block fat absorption?
Oh, the fat blockers.
Do those actually live up to the hype?
While some fat blockers might have a slight effect,
Okay.
they're often not as effective as they're marketed to be.
Right.
And some can even have unpleasant side effects.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Alex's approach
Yeah.
is much more focused on long-term sustainable changes.
Uh-huh.
Things like a balanced diet,
Mm-hmm.
regular exercise,
Yeah.
and incorporating those natural fat burners,
Right.
like green tea and coffee, into your routine.
I'm noticing a pattern here.
What's that?
It seems like Alex really prioritizes a holistic approach,
She does.
focusing on simple, natural solutions over those quick fixes.
I think that's what makes his approach so appealing to a lot of people.
Right. It's about empowering you to take control of your health
Exactly.
by making informed choices
Yeah.
based on science and common sense.
And what could be better than that?
I love that. Okay, so this might seem like a bit of a leap,
Okay.
but stress management came up in your research too.
Stress management.
You were curious about natural ways
Right.
to combat stress
Yeah.
and improve sleep quality.
It's a big one.
It is a big one.
Yeah.
So is that something Alex addresses in his book?
He does. And it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Because stress has a huge impact on our overall health.
it really does.
So managing it effectively is crucial.
Absolutely.
So Alex suggests a few key supplements that can help,
Okay.
like ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
Have you heard of ashwagandha?
Ashwagandha has been on my radar lately.
Okay.
I've heard amazing things about its ability to help with stress.
It's an adaptogenic herb.
Okay, and how does it actually work?
So ashwagandha has been shown to reduce cortisol levels,
Okay.
which is your body's primary stress hormone.
Mm-hmm.
So by lowering cortisol,
Uh-huh.
it helps your body better cope with stress
Okay.
and become more resilient.
So it's like giving your body a shield
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
against the negative effects of stress.
Yeah, so instead of those stressors just hitting you full force,
Right.
it's like you've got this buffer
Okay.
that helps you kind of ride the waves a little bit better.
Okay, so Alex also highlights the importance of
Oh.
magnesium for stress management.
Magnesium, yeah, it's a good one.
I know it's known for its calming effects
Mm-hmm.
on the nervous system.
And the interesting thing is that many people are actually deficient in magnesium,
Really?
which can contribute to things like anxiety,
Oh, wow.
insomnia,
Interesting.
muscle tension.
So getting enough magnesium could be a game changer
It really could.
for those struggling with stress.
Absolutely. So incorporating magnesium-rich foods
Okay.
into your diet
Mm-hmm.
or taking a high-quality magnesium supplement
Yeah.
can make a big difference.
Okay, what about those battling sleep issues?
So for sleep issues,
Does Alex have a recommendation there?
he does. He recommends melatonin.
Melatonin. Okay, I've heard of melatonin.
Yeah.
But I've always been a bit hesitant to try it.
Okay.
Are there any side effects I should be aware of?
So melatonin is generally considered safe
Okay.
when taken at appropriate doses.
Okay.
But as with any supplement,
Yeah.
it's always wise to start with a low dose
Mm-hmm.
and check with your healthcare provider
Yeah.
if you have any concerns or are taking other medications.
Okay. That's good advice.
Better safe than sorry.
Right. Especially when it comes to anything that affects our sleep.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's circle back to gut health for a moment.
Okay, gut health.
We already talked about the importance of reducing inflammation,
Yes.
but what about supporting a healthy gut microbiome?
A microbiome. Yes, that's a hot topic these days.
It is, and you're looking for natural ways to nourish those beneficial bacteria in your gut.
Exactly, because we're learning more and more about
Yeah,
how important those little guys are
they are.
for our overall health.
So what are some of Alex's recommendations for supporting the microbiome?
So prebiotics and probiotics
Okay.
are essential
Right.
for a thriving gut microbiome.
Okay, and just to refresh my memory, what's the difference between prebiotics and probiotics?
Think of prebiotics as the food that feeds the good bacteria
Okay.
in your gut,
Got it.
while probiotics introduce live reinforcements
Oh!
of those beneficial bacteria.
So it's like a two-pronged approach.
Exactly. You got it.
You're nourishing the existing good guys and then bringing in new recruits.
I like that analogy.
Okay, so how do we get more prebiotics and probiotics?
So Alex recommends incorporating both prebiotics
Okay.
and probiotic-rich foods
Mhm.
into your diet.
Okay, so what are some examples of those?
So things like garlic onions, leeks, asparagus,
Uh-huh.
bananas, oats.
Okay.
Those are excellent sources of prebiotics,
Okay.
while yogurt
Mhm.
is a classic probiotic powerhouse.
Oh, I never realized.
Yeah.
Those everyday foods were so good for gut health.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It
The
is.
power of simple foods.
Okay, I'm definitely going to be loading up on those.
Good.
What about probiotic supplements?
They're probiotic supplements.
Are there specific types that Alex recommends?
So he really emphasizes the importance of choosing a probiotic supplement with a diverse range of bacterial strains because different strains offer different benefits.
Okay, so it's not just a
Right.
one-size-fits-all.
Exactly. And he also suggests looking for a product that's been clinically tested
Okay,
and has a high CFU count,
okay.
which indicates the number of live bacteria per serving.
That makes a lot of sense. I've seen so many different probiotic supplements out there.
It is overwhelming.
It is.
The supplement aisle can be really intimidating.
So it's helpful to know
Yeah.
what to look for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and remember,
Yeah,
cultivating a healthy gut microbiome is a journey,
it is.
not a sprint.
Not a quick fix.
It takes time and consistency
It
to
does.
see results,
Yeah.
but the benefits
But they're so worth it.
are well worth the effort.
Yes,
So true, a healthy gut is the foundation
it really is.
for so many aspects of our health.
It affects everything.
It does. Okay, so this next topic
Good.
might be a bit controversial,
Okay.
but I'm curious to hear Alex's take on it.
I'm all ears.
Okay, so you mentioned being interested in
Yeah.
CBD
CBD.
and its potential benefit.
It's a hot topic.
It is, for sure.
Is that something he addresses in his book?
He does.
Okay.
So CBD, or cannabidiol,
Mm-hmm.
has been generating a lot of buzz lately
Yes.
for its potential health benefits.
Okay.
And Alex acknowledges that there's promising research emerging.
Okay.
It's been shown to help reduce anxiety,
Okay.
relieve pain,
Yeah.
and even improve sleep quality.
I have to admit, I'm a little intrigued by CBD,
Okay.
but I'm also a bit wary. How does it actually work?
Yeah.
And is it safe?
So CBD interacts with your body's endocannabinoid system,
Okay.
which is a complex system
Okay.
involved in regulating a wide range of functions, including mood,
Okay.
sleep,
Mm-hmm.
appetite,
Okay.
and pain perception.
The important thing to remember, though, is that
Yeah.
unlike THC,
Right. Yeah.
CBD does not have psychoactive effect
Exactly. So you're not going to experience that high feeling.
associated with marijuana.
Okay. That's why CBD has become such a popular option
It has.
for those seeking natural ways to manage anxiety or pain
Mm-hmm.
without any mind-altering effects.
Yeah, it's a much gentler approach.
Okay, that's reassuring to hear. What about the safety aspect?
So while CBD is generally well tolerated,
Huh.
research is still ongoing,
Right.
and we're still learning about its long-term effects.
Makes sense.
So as with any supplement,
Yeah.
it's essential to choose a high-quality product
Okay.
from a reputable source
Mm-hmm.
and consult with your healthcare provider
Right.
if you have any concerns, especially if you're taking other medications.
That's great advice.
Yeah, always better to be safe than sorry.
It's always best to err on the side of caution
Yeah,
and seek professional guidance when it comes to our health.
absolutely.
Okay? And it's important to remember that
Yeah,
CBD is not a magic bullet.
it's not.
It can be a helpful tool
Yeah,
as part of a holistic approach
right.
to health and well-being.
It's one piece of the puzzle.
Exactly, but it's not a substitute
Right.
for healthy lifestyle choices,
Yeah.
stress management techniques, or
Exactly.
other necessary medical interventions.
It's about addressing all aspects of your well-being.
Okay, this has been such an eye-opening discussion.
It has been.
We've covered so much ground,
We have.
from debunking supplement myths
Yeah.
to exploring natural ways to manage stress,
Uh-huh.
sleep,
Yeah.
and even support a healthy gut microbiome.
The microbiome is so important.
And we're not done yet.
Oh, there's more.
There's still so much more to uncover in Alex's book.
Right, we can keep
Or
going.
like his insights on protein types,
Yes.
sugar alternatives, and even the future of supplementation.
He's got some really interesting ideas about that.
Okay, but before we move on,
Yeah.
let's recap the key takeaways from this part
Okay, good idea.
of our deep dive.
Let's summarize.
Okay, so we explored the power of simple natural solutions for managing diabetes and promoting fat burning.
Like those green tea and cinnamon combos.
Exactly.
Love those.
And choosing trivalent chromium for blood sugar control.
Trivalent chromium, yes. Good one.
We also discussed the importance of stress management.
Stress management, huge.
Huge. And how supplements like
Magnesium.
magnesium
Magnesium.
and melatonin
Melatonin, all good for sleep.
can help promote relaxation,
Yeah.
better sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and overall well-being.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget the gut microbiome.
The microbiome, yes.
We learned about the importance of nourishing those beneficial bacteria
Right.
with prebiotics and
Prebiotics.
probiotics,
Probiotics.
both through food
Food first.
and targeted supplements.
And if you need a little extra help, those supplements can be great.
We even touched on the intriguing world of CBD
Oh, yeah, CBD.
and its potential for managing anxiety,
Yeah.
pain, and sleep issues,
It's showing a lot of promise.
while emphasizing the importance of
Yeah.
choosing high-quality products.
Yeah. Yes, quality matters.
And consulting with your healthcare provider.
Always a good idea.
Okay, this has been an incredible journey so far.
It has been.
We've learned so much from Alex's evidence-based approach
He's a wealth of knowledge.
and his focus on empowering individuals to take control
Yeah, I love that about him.
of their health.
It's so empowering.
But don't go anywhere,
Oh, there's more.
because we're about to embark on the final leg
Okay,
of our deep dive.
I'm ready.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into the world of supplements. We've covered so much ground already,
We have.
from gut-friendly foods to stress-busting herbs,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm ready to keep exploring.
Okay.
So you were curious about supplements that target specific organs like the liver.
Right.
You mentioned milk thistle
Yeah.
as a classic option.
It is a classic.
But I know there are newer supplements out there too.
There are some interesting new kids on the block.
Like, what does Alex have to say about those?
So milk thistle has a long history of use for liver health.
Uh-huh.
And it's still a solid choice.
Okay.
But you're right, there are some newer supplements gaining traction.
Yeah.
Like NAC
Okay.
and glutathione,
Glutathione.
which we touched on briefly before.
I remember you mentioning that glutathione is a powerful antioxidant,
It is.
but can be pretty expensive.
It can be.
So is it worth the splurge?
That's the million-dollar question.
All right.
It's all about balancing effectiveness with affordability.
Yeah.
It's a constant challenge when it comes to supplements.
Yes.
Glutathione definitely has some impressive antioxidant properties.
Okay.
And has shown promise in supporting liver detoxification.
Mm-hmm.
But that price tag can be a hurdle for a lot of people.
So what's the solution?
So Alex suggests a strategic approach,
Okay.
especially for long-term use.
What kind of strategic approach?
Instead of relying solely on glutathione, which can get pricey,
Right.
he recommends combining it
Okay.
with other liver-supporting ingredients.
So like building a liver-loving dream team.
I like it. Think milk thistle NAC, alpha-lipoic acid, even artichoke extract.
Okay.
By combining these ingredients, you're targeting multiple pathways of liver detoxification
Okay.
and creating a more sustainable
Right.
and budget-friendly strategy in the long run.
That's a fantastic approach.
Yeah, it's about working smarter, not harder.
Okay, now I have to ask about a supplement that's always fascinated me. Omega-3 fatty acids.
Omega-3 is the good fats.
I know they're important for brain health, heart health, reducing inflammation.
Yeah,
The list goes on.
they really are essential.
But I get so confused
Yeah.
by all the different types and sources.
I hear you. There's a lot of jargon out there.
Yeah. Can you help break it down?
Sure.
Okay.
So omega-3s are essential fatty acids,
Okay.
meaning our bodies need them but can't make them on their own.
Right.
So we have to get them through our diet or supplements.
Okay.
And there are three main types to know.
Okay.
EPA,
Okay.
DHA,
And ALA.
and ALA. Okay. What's
So
the
EPA and DHA.
are primarily found in fatty fish,
Okay.
like salmon, mackerel, sardines.
Okay.
They're the rock stars when it comes to brain health and heart health.
Okay.
ALA, on the other hand,
Yeah.
is found in plant-based sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts.
Okay, so if I'm vegetarian or vegan,
Yeah,
can I still get enough omega-3s
good question.
by eating those plant-based sources?
So that's where it gets a little tricky.
Okay.
While our bodies can convert ALA
Yeah.
into EPA and DHA,
Mm.
it's a very inefficient process.
So if you're not eating fish,
Right.
it's important to be mindful of your omega-3 intake
It is.
and consider a high-quality algae-based omega-3 supplement
That's a good option.
to make sure you're getting enough
It
of the
is.
EPA and DHA.
Yeah, those are the key players.
That's a good point. I always assumed those plant-based sources were enough.
Yeah, it's a common misconception.
But it sounds like supplementation might be necessary for some people.
It really depends on your individual diet and lifestyle.
Okay, now when it comes to choosing an omega-3 supplement,
Okay.
what should we look for?
So Alex really emphasizes quality above all else.
Okay.
He recommends looking for a product that's been third-party tested
Okay.
for purity and potency
Uh-huh.
and has a high concentration of EPA and DHA.
Makes sense.
You don't want to be taking a supplement that's not doing what it claims to do.
Exactly. Speaking of quality.
Okay.
I remember you mentioned that the listener was a bit skeptical about buying supplements from
Yeah.
supermarkets or discount stores.
That's a valid concern.
Is that something Alex addresses
He does.
in his book?
And I think it's a good point
Okay.
because price often reflects quality
Mm.
when it comes to supplements.
Okay.
So while you might find some decent options at supermarkets,
Right.
you're generally better off purchasing from reputable brands
Okay.
that prioritize quality ingredients
Mm-hmm.
and third-party testing.
So it's worth investing a little more
It is.
to ensure you're getting a product that will actually deliver on its promises.
Your health is an investment,
It is.
and choosing quality supplements
Yeah.
is one way to support your well-being.
So true.
Don't be afraid to do your research
Mm-hmm.
and spend a little more
Yeah.
to get a product you can trust.
I like that mindset. Now, I know you're an avid runner.
I am.
Does Alex offer any insights
He does.
on supplements for athletic performance?
Yeah, Alex has a background in sports nutrition,
Okay.
so this is an area he's passionate about.
Cool. So what are some of his top recommendations?
One of his top recommendations for athletes is creatine.
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 I always thought creatine was mainly for bodybuilders.
Yeah, that's a common misconception.
Can it benefit endurance athletes like runners too?
Absolutely.
Really?
So creatine helps replenish ATP stores,
Okay.
which are your muscle's primary energy source for those short bursts of intense activity.
Got it.
So if you incorporate sprints or interval training into your runs,
Yeah.
creatine can give you that extra boost of power.
That's fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what other supplements does he recommend for runners?
So he also highlights the importance of branched-chain amino acids, or BCAAs.
BCAAs, okay.
Yeah, they can help reduce muscle breakdown
Okay.
and promote recovery
Uh-huh.
after those tough workouts.
So if I'm feeling sore after a long run,
Yeah,
supplementing with BCAAs could help me bounce back faster.
exactly.
Okay.
And for endurance athletes, maintaining proper electrolyte balance is key,
Right, especially during those long runs or races.
especially during those long efforts.
Okay.
So Alex suggests considering an electrolyte supplement
Okay.
to prevent dehydration and cramping.
That makes sense. This is all so helpful.
I'm glad.
I feel much more equipped to make informed decisions
That's what we want.
about supplements that could support
Yeah,
my running goals.
that's the power of knowledge.
It is, but remember, supplements are just one piece of the puzzle.
They are.
When it comes to athletic performance,
Right.
proper training, nutrition, and recovery are all essential for reaching your full potential.
It's about the whole package.
It really is. It's about taking a holistic approach
Absolutely.
and understanding how all those factors work together.
And listening to your body,
Yeah.
paying attention to how you feel, and adjusting your supplement regimen as needed.
There's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Exactly. Everyone is different.
Okay, this has been such an incredible deep dive
It has been fun.
into the world of supplements.
Yeah. So much good information.
We've covered everything from gut health to liver support, fat burning to athletic performance.
We really ran the gamut.
We did. It's amazing how much we can learn from Alex's evidence-based approach
Yeah, he's a great resource.
and his focus on simple, accessible solutions.
It's about empowering people to take control of their health.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Alex's book truly is a treasure trove of information. I encourage everyone listening to check it out
Yeah.
and continue their own journey. Yeah.
Of exploration and discovery when it comes to supplements and overall well-being.
Keep learning, keep exploring.
And remember, this is just the beginning.
It is.
The world of health and wellness is constantly evolving,
Right.
with new research and discoveries emerging all the time.
Always something new to learn.
Stay curious,
Yes.
stay informed, and most importantly, keep empowering yourselves to live your healthiest, most vibrant life.
That's what it's all about.
Until next time, happy exploring.
Thanks for listening.